the grand finale of the Oval Racing Team Season 1 at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 45 laps with the IndyCar, and the drivers, the 4 drivers who are battling for this championship are here. Frankie on pole position, Scott Davely in second place, Diogo Silva in third, and Diogo Almeida in fourth. And the main battle is between points leader Diogo Silva and second place man Diogo Almeida, with the others having an outside chance at the title. Basically, the math is that Diogo Almeida needs to win, and if that happens, Diogo Silva needs to be second. Otherwise, if Diogo Almeida does not win, Diogo Silva just has to finish the race in the top 4. The other 2 drivers require DNFs to win the title by either Diogo Silva or Diogo Almeida. As we are now preparing for the start of this race, and the green flag is about to there you go. If I can make this actually start. There you go. There is the green flag. And let's see who is going to go into the lead here. Seems like Frankie has done a good start from pole position, with Scott Davely challenging for the lead into turn 1. And Scott Davely has hit the wall. Scott Davely loses time by hitting the wall, leaving Frankie in the lead of the race. And there's Diogo Almeida already. Diogo Almeida has had a crash and he has lost time. Yes, he has lost time already. And this is a disaster for the title contender Diogo Almeida, that loses a lot of time already on the first lap. Of course, it's not a caution because he had an incident on his own. As they complete lap number 1 out of 45, and there's a group of the first 3 cars battling for position here at Indianapolis. Scott Davely is very, very close to the lead of this race. Of course, the cars are running the same setup, which is a bespoke setup that allows for higher speeds and better control of this car around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, as Frankie continues to lead now on the second lap, and he seems to be building a little bit of a gap. And look at this, Diogo Almeida is already 25 seconds behind, and he continues to lose time. Let's see what's happening with the Portuguese driver. And look at this, he's clearly slower there through the corner. He's not comfortable at all with this car here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And this unfortunately means that the title race is becoming more and more decided by the second, with Diogo Silva keeping third place, and the title of the Oval Racing League is quickly. Oh, look at this. There is Diogo Almeida again spinning in turn 1. He loses it but recovers it and hits the wall. Diogo Almeida having another mistake, and he's surely almost getting lapped here. I can see the leading drivers already. Look at this. It's almost like a zero downforce version of this Dallara IndyCar. And look at this. Frankie is already lapping Diogo Almeida, and we are still on lap 3. And Diogo Almeida spins again in turn 3, or drifts through it, better said, and now spins. Spins at the exit. There goes a lot of debris. And look at this, Diogo Silva almost hitting that debris, and Diogo Almeida, it's not even lap 5, and he's already a lap down. So this is not looking good for the Portuguese driver as we go now into fast forward mode. Of course, these drivers are going to have to stop for fuel and tires. Let's see if anything of note happens. There is Diogo Almeida again getting lapped as he returns from the pits. And this is already lap 7. And Scott Davely seems to be closer now to the lead. Let's follow that for a bit. Yes, he is. Scott Davely is definitely closer to the lead. as Diogo Silva seems to have lost time. He's 5 seconds behind. But these two drivers are less than a second from each other as they battle for the win in this race, which of course gives double points. So they could actually, both of these drivers could actually overhaul Diogo Almeida in the standings if Diogo continues to be in 4th place. And Scott Davely has spun. Scott Davely spun there. Scott Davely has spun. Disaster for the American driver. There he is. And here comes Diogo Silva now for 2nd place. Yes, he's in 2nd place now. Diogo Silva is in 2nd place with this Target livery, the Scott Dixon livery in IndyCar that Diogo is using this weekend. There he is in 2nd place, but all this means that Frankie is now in the lead with 5-second advantage as we approach lap 10. Scott Davely continues to be in 3rd. He was running 2nd, and of course he was challenging for the lead, but a mistake in turn 2 right here caused a crash, and of course no damage here in this oval racing league. Of course these are the same rules as in the old folks racing, as we are going to go and look at this. Diogo Almeida continues to lose time. He's almost losing a 2nd lap now, and is clearly slower there through that corner than the other drivers. The title hopes are disappearing lap by lap, as he is going to very shortly going to lose a 2nd lap. Of course he has pitted, possibly to get new tires and maybe some repairs, but Frankie has now a commanding lead of 4.4 seconds as Diogo Almeida gets really out of the way, and he gets out of the way and spins and hits almost like a bowling alley. It was almost like a complete strike in those 3 boards. 2 out of 3 have disappeared. There comes Scott Davely now in 3rd, and I think he is getting closer to Diogo Silva. Diogo already going defensive there in turn 1, trying to break the toe that inevitably is created by Scott Davely's presence. Let's follow this battle for some time. And Scott is making inroads. He is getting much closer. American drivers dominating here at Indianapolis. The Portuguese drivers are on the back foot today. Scott Davely is about to recover 2nd place with David Emge. Frankie, as he's better known in old folks racing, maintaining the lead since the start, and he has led every lap since the start, and that's already 11 laps as we are on lap 12. But Scott Davely, surely it's going to be a matter of time before, no, he drifts there through the corner and now loses it and goes into the wall. So he was making inroads, but he went into the inroad in this case, almost going through the Indianapolis road course circuit there, and now surely he's got a long way to recover. Let's perhaps do a replay of what has happened to Scott Davely, because we couldn't quite see if he just hit the grass or not, and what exactly caused this quite a sizable incident here in turn 2. Again, very tricky. I think it just hit the grass there, and off he went. There he is, he's taking a bit of a, he just clips the inside of the corner, almost saves it, but then goes straight into the wall, and that's probably lap 12. We still have more than 30 laps to go, but it's going to be difficult for him to recover back into 2nd place as Frankie continues to lead in that number 27 car, the Andretti Autosport car livery that he's using this weekend. Has led every single lap now. 3.3 seconds advantage over Diogo Silva, as Diogo Almeida has been lapped yet again, and he goes into the grass at the exit and spins at the exit of pit lane, and now goes into the track. Where is Scott Davely? He must be appearing, but yet another mistake by Diogo. He's really not at ease, and he spins again. Now presses the reset button. Here comes Scott Davely. That sees Diogo and makes a very sensible overtake there, and continues to be in third place. Diogo Silva continues to be 4.4 odd seconds behind the leader, and Diogo Almeida is already 5 laps down, so clearly now he's just trying to finish the race and get the points, maybe protect the second place in the championship. Of course, double points, it's important to finish the race, and that's precisely what Diogo is trying to do here, as Frankie is there in the background preparing to gain yet another lap. Let's go into fast forward mode now. As we follow Diogo Silva. Let's follow leader Frankie. Scott Davely is in third. Let's go back to fast forward mode here, as they must be approaching the time where pit stops are going to start happening at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Diogo, as you can see, is losing time there. He's 8 seconds behind, so Frankie clearly has the pace to win here. At around the midpoint, we are going to switch back to normal mode to perhaps see what the drivers are going to do with regards to pit stops. And Diogo Silva has actually pitted. We missed that. Yes, he is in pit lane. Let's follow his pit stop. Scott Davely goes into second place. He's already exiting pit lane, I believe. Of course, it's a very long and slow pit lane, so clearly drivers are going to lose a lap by pitting, which under caution could be a problem. But with just 4 drivers on the track, we don't necessarily see many cautions happening, as Diogo Silva now goes back into, I believe, third place, but he's a lap down. Look at this pit exit, a very long pit exit as well. Drivers have to go here through turn 2. Almost getting off the track there, but now rejoins in the back straight. Scott Davely is in second place and has not pitted. Neither has leader Frankie. Let's perhaps follow the leader and see when he's going to make his pit stop. Not yet this time round. Let's see if Scott Davely is going to pit or not, as we are exactly at the midpoint of this race. The battle here is probably between Scott Davely and Diogo Silva. For second place, I think Frankie is too far ahead now. He certainly is heading for the win, and no one has pitted. Leader continues. Let's see if Scott Davely is going to stop. And no one is stopping, and we're already on lap 23. Let's go into fast forward mode again. And look at this. Frankie is now lapping Diogo Silva. So the third place man is now a lap down. Well, he was a lap down before Diogo Silva spins. Diogo Silva spins. And it's very difficult to control these cars behind other cars. I wonder how the Old Folks Racing planned event at the Indy Motor Speedway in May is going to be, because it's really tricky to control these cars. It looks easy, but it's not easy at all. Diogo Silva has lost more time, and this is a serious problem for him, because he now might just have lost the opportunity to battle for second place once Scott Davely pits. Here is Scott, he's in second place. He's on lap 27. Diogo Silva is on lap 25, entering lap 26 as Frankie now is pitting. And so is Scott Davely. Scott Davely is also pitting, so the first and second drivers are both in pit lane. Let's see if we can find them somewhere. Let's see if we can find these drivers somewhere on pit lane, perhaps at the exits. There they are, already exiting pit lane, and they are together as Diogo Almeida goes past and recovers one of the laps he has lost. And I believe Diogo Silva is also going to recover his lap. There he is, as the two drivers, first and second, continue to be exiting pit lane. There goes Diogo. And let's see how it all stacks up once these drivers go back into the track. It seems to me that Diogo is still going to be behind Scott. And look at that, Frankie now missing the pit exits and making quite a complicated way there of exiting the pits. Eventually makes it to the track. Again, he was almost into the road course there. Let's see how Scott is doing, and let's see where Diogo Silva is going to rejoin compared to Scott. Scott is now entering the back straight, and Diogo is going through turn one, so I think Scott has got the job done here. Yeah, Scott still has an advantage over Diogo. Of course, he's trying to warm up his tires, and Diogo is already up to speed, but there is still 10 seconds between them. And someone has spun. That's Diogo Almeida. Diogo Almeida has spun again. He's 8 laps down and spun again in turn 3. Let's go back to the battle for second place, as Scott seems to have lost a second there, so it's now only 9 seconds between these two drivers. Scott still struggling with tire temperature here. Diogo is up to speed. Let's see, the gap is 8 seconds now. Maybe it's not yet all over. 15 laps to go here at Indianapolis. Frankie has got this one in the bag. It's going to be his second victory of the season. After the Daytona race, he will win the Indianapolis race, and that will be quite a fitting achievement, to be the winner of the two most prestigious races on the calendar. Diogo Silva, of course, has 3 wins to his name, 2 at Texas and 1 at Mojave. And Cavallan, who's not here today, has won the other race at Mojave, with Diogo Almeida winning at the Monza Oval. A total of 7 rounds in these inaugural Oval Racing Leagues of Old Folks Racing, PS4. Let's see the gap, it's only 7 seconds now, and maybe, just maybe, it's not over. Let's go into fast forward mode. Lap 32, 13 to go. Diogo Almeida has spun again in turn 4. He rejoins the track. 14 seconds between the top 2 drivers. Only 6 seconds between Diogo and Scott. It's not over for second place. On board with Scott Davely. Let's see the gap. It's only 5 seconds now. $11 laps to go here at Indianapolis to end the season. Diogo Silva is going to be the champion. Frankie is most likely going to be the winner of this race, and he will. And Scott Davely has spun. Scott Davely has spun and has hit the boards again, and now where is Diogo Silva? Is he going through or not? I think Scott has maintained the second place. No, he hasn't. Diogo Silva goes into second place. And if he finishes second, he certainly is going to be the champion. Scott Davely in third place. He certainly has a sizable gap of many laps over Diogo Almeida. So I think this means that Scott is also going to be fourth in the championship if it stays like this. Frankie is going to jump into second place. And Diogo Almeida is going to drop to third. That's the points as they run here with 10 laps to go. Scott now moving very cautiously, but can he try to recover the time? Hits one of the boards that he has put into the track. Can he try to recover? The gap is now 10 seconds. He has moved from a 10-second advantage to a 10-second disadvantage. With 10 laps to go, that's quite a big ask. Diogo Silva only has to maintain it on the track to finish in second place. Now the tires are not at their best any longer. These final 10 laps are going to be tough for these drivers. This is a very difficult car combo to control, even with an adjusted setup. And Scott is battling to stay on the lead lap as well. He's 36 seconds behind the leader, and we can see the leader in the background. There he is. Frankie has led every lap. Total domination here at Indianapolis. If only he had finished higher in some of the intermediate rounds at Texas and Monza, he would certainly be battling for the championship. Outstanding performance here today by Frankie. Let's go with him for these final few laps of this Oval Racing League here at Indianapolis. There he is. As they lap Diogo Almeida again. And Diogo has spun again, trying to let Frankie through. As I said, very difficult to control this car when other cars are nearby. Last 6 laps of the race. Let's go back to fast forward mode. And Frankie has found now Scott Davely, so Frankie trying to lap the whole field except Diogo Silva. Diogo is second, 28 seconds behind. Scott is going to let him through. I think Scott will have to let him through here as they approach the final few laps of this race. There's Frankie on the inside of turn 1. And Scott not quite making life easy for leader Frankie, who fortunately has quite an advantage over Diogo Silva. So there's a bit of an honor battle here for Scott to stay on the lead lap, now on lap 41 out of 45. And oh, Scott Davely has spun and has hit leader Frankie. Fortunately there is no damage, but there's going to be a caution. And this could turn the race on its head, because Diogo Silva is still on the lead lap and will have the chance for a restart on the same lap as the leader. Let's see how this is going to end. Let's go into fast forward mode until we restart, and there will be 3 laps to go at the restart. Let's watch. This could be a good battle. I think Scott Davely is going to stay between Frankie and Diogo. He's trying to get out of the way, but this could be a nice battle for the win with just 3 laps to go here. Let's see if they see the green flag this time. I think they will see the green flag. And we have a restart. We have a green flag now. Scott Davely, is he going to try to get out of the way? Yes, he is, and Diogo Silva is right on the back of Frankie as he tries to make a move into turn 1. Didn't quite work. But Diogo now has 3 laps to show what he can do, and I don't think he's doing much because Frankie has opened the gap already. I think Diogo's tires are older, and I'm not certain he's going to have a chance to battle for the win here, as now there will be 2 laps to go next time round. Frankie taking it cautiously. There, he doesn't want to spin at this point because that would be a disaster for his ambitions. He has led every lap of this race. 2 laps to go. They're still under a second of each other, but not quite close enough for Diogo Silva to get the draft of Frankie on the straight. Next time round, the white flag for the victory. Last lap, and Frankie is opening a gap now. It was 7/10 of a second, now it's 1 second. I don't think Diogo has the machinery or the skill to battle for the win. It's going to be Frankie's win, unless of course he makes a mistake in the final lap. That's always possible here at Indianapolis. Last lap, white flag for Frankie. He has led every lap, total domination, and now he's almost 2 seconds ahead of Diogo Silva. Certainly, if he doesn't make any mistake, he's going to win this race. On the back straight, 2 corners to go, and 2.5 second advantage. Here is Frankie. He has won the opening round at Daytona. Then he had a string of not so good results, but he finishes the season on a strong note, winning at Indianapolis, the season finale, the double points race. Here he is, checkered flag, and the milk is going to be drank by Frankie, with Diogo Silva finishing second. And he is also the champion of the Oval Racing League of Winter 2021. This was an incredible race, an incredible finale. Scott Davely finished 3rd, and Diogo Almeida finished in 4th place. He loses his 2nd place in the standings. He finishes a very respectable 3rd, just ahead of Scott Davely in 4th. That's all from the Oval Racing League for this season. We are going to announce the format for future seasons. Stay with us.